Tariffs have started. So let's talk about how you can protect your money and even find new opportunities in times like this. Because we want to be smart investors who don't panic but pivot. Welcome to the Wealth Twins Show. And Nicole, let's kick it off.
Well, I think the first thing we have to understand with tariffs is that not every industry and every company is affected the same way by them. There are some companies that are going to have a big hit when it comes to these tariffs affecting their businesses, and they're going to have to pass the cost on to consumers. But there are going to be some companies that really aren't going to see a big difference, like utility stocks or even some dividend stocks may not really have a big problem when it comes to these tariffs. So one way to capitalize on that is maybe just to spread your money across and diversify it more so that you're not so heavily dependent on some of these industries that are going to really get hit by these tariffs. What do you think, Nadia?
Well, you made a good point, especially when you talk about dividend stocks, because the dividends are going to get paid whether or not tariffs exist, right? Now, maybe if a company is getting hit really hard, they may drop their dividend, but the thing is, you're still going to get paid regardless, right? The key is to diversify. You want to be in industries that can like move around so that your whole portfolio doesn't get hit at the same time. That's why we tell you to diversify. This will help you in uncertainty and especially uncertain times like this because no one understands what's really going to happen because these tariffs just went into effect today and how, if any, retaliation is going to happen from the other countries when these go really into effect.
I mean, another thing when it comes to tariffs, I know the market is reacting very negatively to it, especially today, but
Hmm.
that is a day to day thing, right? We want to look as a smart investor, we want to look on a longer time horizon, right? Because if you look at investing just based on the ups and downs of the market right now, it's going to be very hard to say, I'm going to be confident and put my money in the market. But if you take a longer term view and say, no, on an average, if I look longer term, the market goes up, then this still could be a great time to get into the market because you might find some great companies that are going to be at a lower price to help you get in. Like there'll be companies that are going to be trading at a little bit of a discount that you can get in at a good price.
I completely agree with that. In times like this, when the market is getting shaky and people are like panicking and they're selling, you want to make sure you have cash on hand so you can start taking care of or taking advantage of opportunities that may present themselves, right? If you have cash on hand and you have some money in short term bonds, that allows you to say, oh, this stuff is on sale. Look at it like a clearance sale at your favorite store, and you're able to buy companies that are selling at a discount now. And they're solid companies. It's just that these tariffs are hitting the market overall as complete uncertainty,
It's
but it has
making
nothing to
investors
do.
shaky and making
It
investors
making it
nervous.
everything shaky, and people don't like that volatility, right? But you can capitalize on that. Don't panic when everybody else is selling. This is a time for you to look at maybe this is an opportunity for me to buy quality companies at a good price.
hmm I mean, I think this is a time where you really have to rely on having a strategy and a strategy that you're going to stick with, right?
Exactly.
This is
Yep.
not time to be trading in and out. This is that trading. No, we're not traders. We're investors and we have a strategy when it comes to investing, and we don't look to these day-to-day things of what's going to happen. We look overall, what is my plan? What do I want from the market? And then we execute a strategy that we believe can best fit what we want as our goal. And I think if you do that, you won't be that nervous to actually get in, and you won't be one of these investors that are really trying to sell off because you think everything's going to go down. That's not how you think as a long-term investor.
Yeah, if you follow this channel for a while, you would know that Nicole and I are both long term investors, right? What's happening in the market in regards to these tariffs is short term fear. Long term investors don't let short term fear determine their strategy, right? You stick to your strategy and you keep going because that's what the whole game is. How long can you stay in this market? We're playing offense and defense, right? So we don't get shaken out earlier because you know what? Markets like drama. But long term investors say ignore that drama, ignore all that noise that's going on, and let's stick to the plan. You stick with your dollar cost averaging, you stick to the strategy that you wanted in accordance to your goals, and you keep playing the long game because everything's going to go up and down in the short term. But the long term, you are most likely going to make a return on your money.
Now, I mean, we're not trying to time the market, and even if you try to, it doesn't work. Many people have tried and
Exactly.
they're not able to do it.
Yep.
And this is something that's been the tariffs have been the talk even before we had this new president, right? So this is something that's been on the table that people knew about. And with that, I think this because tariffs can at the end may affect the end consumer with higher prices, I keep telling everyone this is a time when you don't need to be just a consumer. You want to be an owner. You want to have some type of investment in companies where you can benefit from the higher prices that are likely going to happen, because the company, they're not going to accept these taxes and take them on themselves. They're going to pass them on to the end consumer. But at least if you're an owner in these companies, an investor in these companies, you at least get some type of bump when it comes to the price of the stock going up. So that's why I believe at this time it's better to not just be a consumer, because those are the people that are going to get hit the hardest. But if you can have some upside by being an investor, this is the time to do that.
I completely agree. Like we know that market up and downs happen all the time, and every market downturn has been followed by a huge uptick, right? So you have to understand this is what happens when you are investing in the stock market. If you're looking to make a higher return on your money than you would if you're investing it in a savings account, you got to go in knowing that these risks exist. But the thing is, if you stay to your strategy and you understand this is what happens, let's be prepared instead of being caught off guard, then you know, like, this is what comes with the territory. Stay focused, stick to your game plan, and keep it moving. You want to make sure that you stay prepared, you think ahead so you can have more success and outlast these downturns.
If you're interested in learning more about how we think when it comes to the stock market, especially when it comes to managing our money and also investing for the long term, then I
Hmm.
suggest you join our Wealth Pack. That is our newsletter that we send out every week when we really give our thoughts about things like tariffs and other things that can affect our money. So if you want to join that Wealth Pack newsletter where we express all our thoughts, then the link is down in the description below, and we'll love to have you in our community.
Yeah, and remember, it's free to join, and you're getting insights from Nicole and I that we don't necessarily share in videos on YouTube because it's just not possible, but I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And you know what, guys? I also want to know, what is your biggest concern about the market right now? Make sure you put that in the comments.
Now, on top of that, I don't want to know who's concerned. I want to know who wants to get into the market right now, who believes this is a buying opportunity, who just wants to know all I need to do is educate myself and understand where to put my money so I can make an investment in this market. So I'm not just a consumer, but I'm also an investor. I want to know those people. Where are my people? Put those people in the comments. Tell me I'm here. That's what I want you to put down in the comments section, okay?
Definitely, definitely. Because this is an opportunity. You can look at it as something that's bad happening, or you can look at it as an opportunity. And we're likely to more focus on this is a positive. We know it's an uncertainty, but that's when the big wins are made.
Yep. So with that, guys, thank you for watching us. If you enjoyed this, give us a like, share this with someone you care about, and please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you on this channel and continue watching our videos. We thank you very much and see you in the next one.